Hi, I'm Kathy Dodson.
And I'm Jocelyn Lindsay. Welcome to another episode of 5 Minute Indie Insights, publishing tips and tricks in mostly 5 minutes because we're here to inspire you, not expire your attention span.
That's right. And today we may go a little bit over because we have something really fun to talk to you about. We want to talk to you about all the merchandise you can have associated with your book. And to do this, we've brought back public relations extraordinaire Sharon Ritchie, also the author of The Pelican Tide. And so you can see Jocelyn's got some of her stuff behind her that we're going to talk about. But Sharon, I'm going to kick it to you first to kind of explain why you want merchandising when you publish a book.
Well, great. Well, thanks so much for having me back. This is so much fun and one of my most favorite things to talk about. So, book swag, swag, as Kathy says, is anything that is promotional for anything. When you go to a trade show or whatever, you may come home with a squeezy ball or a mug or whatever. That's swag. So in the book industry, it's book swag. One of the most, it's fun. It's really fun to get excited about your book launch, to come up with things that you can give away. Book swag can be used in a variety of different ways. It can be used before your book even comes out, as soon as you have a cover, to generate some excitement. It can be used as a giveaway to have people pre-order a book. It can be used as a reward for newsletter subscription. One of the best things about book swag is it's usually you, the author, or your people who are with you at an event who are actually handing it to your readers. So you're making a really personal connection. And that personal connection and that word of mouth and that object actually has a lot more power for pennies than an ad anywhere, anytime, because it's your reader. It's that conversation you can have. Also, if you're a shy author, you're a little bit introverted, being able to hand something to somebody as an icebreaker is tremendous. So one of the things that I always like to tell people before we start talking about the types of book swags is to keep a couple things in mind. The cost. These things are not free, even if you make them yourself. And so really do set a budget for yourself because you can go crazy. And the three of us today are going to talk about all the amazing things that you can do, but really do set a budget. The other thing is a lot of book swag is sort of paper based, whether it's bookmarks, and I want to talk specifically about bookmarks, postcards, stickers, which I use to great effect. It's pretty trash. Keep that in mind. You are making pretty trash. So think about the green aspect of it, if that's something that's important to you, and think about the fact that it may just get thrown away the minute you give it out. So just kind of keep that in the back of your mind when you're thinking about your budget. The other thing to think about when you're thinking of budget is, let's say, so I have a promotional Pelican Tide mug. This was actually just kind of a one-off I got, and I use it to put in my bookmarks. So let's say you decide that you want to give away mugs. So aside from the cost of the mugs, these suckers ain't small.
No.
You have to store them somewhere along with your books. And if you're giving them away as part of a prize, you may have to mail them. So that's going to require wrapping, boxes, package, and a trip to the post office. So really,
great point.
Really consider that when you're giving things away.
Because you also, if you go to a conference or a convention and want to take them, then you have to haul them too.
And then you have to haul them back.
And then you haul them back. Or you're giving them all away and all that money you just spent because you don't want to haul them back. You're trying to get rid of them.
Right. And so, it can be a great fun thing. Like I know when we did the online launch for Tequila Midnight, I gave away some shot glasses because tequila, right? But you do have to send them and you have to send them packaged correctly. And some of them that I sent didn't get there. One set didn't get there. So I had to go find new shot glasses and send them out. So it is kind of a risk and a budget. And, Jocelyn and I are always talking to people about budgeting. And you're right, Sharon, it's really important in this arena.
So I want to show you guys my basic swag bag. So I have a basic swag bag. When I go to book clubs, I bring one for each person who goes to the book club. If it's a virtual book club or something that I'm just calling into, I mail them. They are hugely popular. I think I got these at a party store. And in my books bag swag is, we start with a bookmark. So let's talk really quickly about the bookmark. This is believe it or not, one of the most effective things that you can do. So most bookmarks are just an ad. So, but I personally I don't know, I don't like picking up a bookmark that's just an ad for the book because to me that's an ad. I can just use an envelope for that.
Right.
So I opted on one side, because you have two sides,
Mhm.
to make something that's kind of fun that's related to my book. So mine says do not feed the pelican because that's part of my book. However, on the back is all of the goodies that you really need. So before you create any piece of merchandise, I want you right now to write on your notepad, make a QR code. You can make a QR code you can just go online and you can make a QR code. But even better than a QR code is go make a bit.ly. Go to bit.ly.com. And bit.ly allows you to have many different things that are all connected to one QR code. So my particular QR code goes to my website, goes to the sign up for my newsletter, goes to a buy link for my book, super important. And it also goes to a charity that I support through my book, all through one QR code. So that's really important. My bookmark also has, the social media handles that I'm interested in. So the one tip I want to give you when you go and figure out your bookmark is get one you can't bend.
Yes.
Because there's nothing more disheartening that somebody comes up, picks up your bookmark and folds it in half and sticks it in their pocket. That's like dog earing your book. It's like the most painful thing in the whole universe. Spend a little extra money and get these are paper, but you can get like vinyl ones. Some people get wood ones if you want to do the bucks. Spend a little extra money, and it has a little bit of heft. It's actually a little bit more important. In addition, in my swag bag, I have that one's taped. I have a postcard. I opted not to print on the back side because I like to write on the back, thanks for reading or contact me about your book club. But I also have a stand-up poster that's this. Again, there's my bit.ly, there's my website. And what I have done, and this is really kind of helpful to do when you do your banners, is I have words about my book that go around the book so that people kind of have a snapshot of what your book's about. Again, if somebody picks this up and they're reading it and you're a little shy or they're a little shy, you get something to talk about. That really helps. In addition to those goodies in my bags, see if I could find one that's open. I have stickers. This one says, be a pelican, not a pelican, because my book is about a pelican. I have another sticker, which I don't seem to have on me, that's do not feed the pelican. And the big thing that I have in my bag, which is the most fun of all, if I can find one, which is not here. Oh, here we go. Excuse my head. Is one of the features of my book is there's a hot sauce competition. So I found itty bitty teeny tiny bottles.
Oh, perfect.
I don't expect anyone to eat these because they're so itty bitty, they're Barbie size, but that's kind of the key because they're going to be saved because it's something that's just really kind of cute.
Right.
People, and occasionally I will put in a couple of pieces of chocolate. It's really kind of fun to have like cookies and cupcakes and things like that. But remember, if someone's going to pick up an edible, not the CBD kind, but something they're going to eat at your book show, they're going to eat it right away and throw it away. And therefore, you've just created pretty trash. So pick an object, if it's food related, that's going to stick around a little bit, like a tin. Nobody eats a tin of mints all at one time. So a tin of mints is a good giveaway. No one's going to be eating these, but when it comes in my little swag bag with the stickers, which the kids like, and the bookmark, which the mom likes, and the little bit of hot sauce, which the dad thinks is really funny, it's really kind of a good giveaway. And I think the whole thing, bag and all, is just like $1. I could have even sprung to have my little bookmark put on the back of the labels, but I decided I didn't really want to do that. So with that, those are sort of the basics. Your paper things are the first things you need to do. Is stickers are great. Postcards are really important because you can write on them, and a bookmark. I mean, those are sort of like the basic things that you can give away. So with that, let's talk about kicking it up a little bit. Let's say you do have a special event. Let's say you are doing a lot of book clubs and you want to give a special giveaway to the hostess. Jocelyn, you can show like the t-shirts that you had
Oh,
made, which I
yeah.
love.
That's
Yeah,
for the book one reunion.
yeah,
Yep.
which I think is absolutely terrific. I mean, what a great giveaway to give somebody for a book club, and you could give it to them ahead of time and they could wear it to your book club or you could wear it at your event.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. The other thing that I want to talk about is Jocelyn has some beautiful posters behind her. When you're giving away book swag, one
Right.
of the things that I'd like you to decide, are you promoting yourself as an author? Are you promoting one book? Are you promoting multiple books, multiple genres, or a series? And think about that. I right now only have the one book.
Right.
And I bought enough swag that's going to cover me for a year of out there. And hopefully I'll have my next book out. And then I will create something that covers both stories
Right.
because we want to do double duty.
Yeah.
Jocelyn, what she's done, which I think is super, helpful, is she's promoting herself as an author. She is an author of a variety of books, and that's going to be evergreen for a
Yeah.
really long time. And it's going to be so cost effective. And she's got a great brand. That green is a great color. She could give away pens or pencils, or she could do a
Yeah.
temporary tattoo with the line with the logo. She can do all kinds of really
Exactly.
cool
Yep.
That's
things.
a great
Yeah.
idea.
That's
Yes.
what I'm planning. And
Yeah.
and part of the green is it is genre. It is the book related, but I also wanted it having done designed political signs at one point. We have what we call the 30-mile an hour political sign. Can you see it if you're going 30 miles an hour? And that's what I wanted. That green shows up against a convention background.
Right.
Yes.
And I put my name up. I'm just gonna like raise my desk here at the top because the I put my name at the top and then the quote that I wanted you to be able to see from afar, which is too old for fear, too tough to quit. And I wanted those in that top third because my table covers part of it.
Right.
So I wanted my name and the quote to be able to be seen from across a large space.
Right. And that is sort of the opposite of when you're designing your book cover. If you were to squish it down so you could see it on a
Mhm.
screen, what would it look like? This is
Yeah,
the opposite. If you're at a bookstore signing, a trade show, a book fair, craft
yeah,
fair, wherever you're selling your books, you want to make sure that yes, that people are going to see it. That's going to be an eye-catching color.
yeah.
Absolutely.
I think opera
Yeah.
makeup. I think like stage makeup. It's not great up close, but when you get away from it, you can really see it.
And
Yes.
it's so important to really understand what you want that swag to do, right? Which is what we're
Yes.
talking about. So, sometimes you want something to be seen from across a convention hall. And we were in a really big convention hall the first time I saw these, and they really stood out.
Yeah,
I want to just real quick show my favorite piece of swag that I created when I had one book. But one of the things that we've talked about on this program is you should have a reader magnet. So I have the book on one side of the postcard, but on the
yep,
other, free download to the reader magnet. And this is where the QR code actually goes straight to that reader magnet. They sign up for the newsletter and they get their book, their novella. And so what do you want that swag to do? Make sure it's like um, doing lots of things for you, like Sharon with her double-sided bookmark, because you are spending money for it. Get the most you can for every
yeah,
dollar you spend.
Yeah,
yeah,
absolutely. And also when you're giving things away, think about what you want to have. And you don't want people to pick it up and immediately throw away. You want to give them something that is they're going to keep for a while or they're going to show up,
yeah.
to somebody else. Look at this really cool thing that I got.
Um,
Some interesting ideas that you can do is you can give away bath bombs.
Oh,
Um, you can go online. Here's a little rock that I picked up at a book thing. It says strength on it. Like you can find all of these things in bulk. We was working with author Stephanie Claypole, and her new book is called A Thousand Tiny Stitches. This is like one of the most beautiful covers I've seen in a long time. And so I suggested to Stephanie, it's about quilts. I said, give away thimbles.
yeah,
oh,
And we went online to Amazon and you can buy like 1,000 thimbles for like $10. I mean, you can do a really clever giveaway that is with your book
hmm
that isn't all that expensive. Another book that originally, here's two more. Aurora Circle is another author. Like Kathy, there's an alcohol thing. One of the characters drinks little nips of Tito's. So her at a book launch, she gave away Tito's. You got to be careful when you're giving away alcohol for obvious reasons. But also that's something you take and it's disposable. But because it was such an interesting thing to give away, people really remembered it. Kristen Owens, Elizabeth Sales, this just came out. Kristen gave away pieces of jewelry because there's like a scavenger hunt in the book that the character collects these little charms. So she gave away charms.
Right.
Wow.
And along with bookmarks. And it's absolutely, when you're creating that extra swag, make it rather specific to your book. Don't give away a box of tins. Give it, be creative. And every book has an object in it. Every book has a place that it takes place. So maybe you don't have an object in your book, but maybe your book takes place in Ireland and you could give away shamrocks. Or maybe your book takes place, in Florida. You can give away something as oranges. You can do all kinds of crazy things. But make it specific to your book or to your series or to your world. Your objects would be great if they could have a QR code on them, like a mug or your website. But if they don't, make sure that it's coming with a bookmark and your merchandise and your cards.
Yeah, or you could put a sticker on it.
Or you can put a sticker on it.
Yeah.
Stickers are really great. The other thing is, so for this particular sticker, I made this one because what I was noticing at book signings, there was a lot of kids, and kids love this. And so I would hand this out to the kids, and then they stop and show it to their parents, and then I'm like reeling
Yeah, I mean, I think the possibilities are I think that's part of like budget. The possibilities are endless.
Yes.
There are so much swag and so much merchandise that you can like get into that. I mean, you could like practically forget about writing books and just go down the total rabbit hole of merchandise.
Which is where you have to be careful, because your primary goal is the safe storage and transport of your books.
Yep.
So when you get on this site, I have a list of sites that I can let people know where they can order some stuff. They're going to give you ideas.
Yeah.
But remember, you have to carry it with you and you have to carry it back. And what you really want to do is to make sure that you have enough books. A tall, beautiful stack of books is going to be way more attractive than a stack of mugs. It's just the way it is.
And that's great that you have those websites, and we can maybe put those in the show notes.
Yes, absolutely. You can put them in the show notes. I get it.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Any other last words on book swag?
No, just have fun with it. Also, if you're not a designer, most of these websites have sort of like a Canva-like structure that you can go in and you can dump in your book cover and, create what you want. But if you do have a book designer, like who did your book cover, if you didn't, or if you don't have those skills, just call him or her up and pay that extra money and have them make it for you and have them go on the site and do the trim lines. Like pay that extra money to have someone do it quickly and professionally for you. You really will, you'll thank yourself when it comes in the mail and you see how beautiful it looks and you didn't have to do it.
Yeah.
Well, great. And Sharon, thank you for being here and talking
Thank you for having me back.
Book swag with us.
Yeah, thank you so much. This is so much fun. I know I have to like hold myself back because I want to do like all the things.
Oh, yes. I almost had my own hot sauce created. It's great.
Yeah, exactly. So thank you so much. We'll see you soon, I'm sure.
You bet.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Everyone.